The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed.
This is the big. I agree with you perfectly. This is the basic problem.
Then what do you
that
want
white
to talk to me
people
about?
think they're better than others?
I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek. No more blessing our enemies. No more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it in Alabama. And I can say you because you're part of the whole system. You profit from it. In fact, you make your living from it. You couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
Well,
so you can have him.
Any white person who was born, raised, and schooled in the United States of America, if you aren't a racist, you're a miracle. Either that or you decided to educate yourself. Because education in this country is about white is right, brown's all right, black's got to stand back. Yellow's mellow, but whites, we educate in a way that says that white males have done all the adventures, have made all the adventures, have done all the discovering, have made everything that is good and has been accomplished according to social studies, which is actually anti-social studies, by white males. It's a lie. But we do that in order to maintain the myth of white superiority. The myth of race has to be maintained at all costs in this country. Because if white people have to give up the color of their skin as being something that makes them perfect, what do they have left? If we start teaching the truth about history, if we start teaching about Nile Valley contributions to civilization, it will totally change the way we conduct ourselves in the classroom. It will have to. Columbus didn't discover America. You can't discover a place where people are already living. But we celebrate that every October. It's a lie. We need to get over it. We need to stop telling the myths and start telling the truth.
Why are we afraid of the truth? Why would we rather accept lies? What are we scared of? What do they think that we're scared of? Because I'm not afraid of anything. Here you only get the truth. Because that's the only way I'll win. Remember to like, remember to share, remember to comment. I'm just a young man from Detroit, Michigan, who moved to Georgia trying to chase his dreams and stop injustice along the way. I'm just a brother who is tired of a media trying to control me that doesn't tell me the truth. I'm just a simple man who wants to have uncomfortable conversations with my friends and hopefully come to a resolution. It's only uncomfortable because it's not discussed. Let's talk about it. This side, that side, and the truth. We all know the old saying, the truth will set you free. But whose truth? Are you hiding in the truth and the lies of your ancestors? Because I revel in the power of mine. My ancestors died and paved the way and built this land. It's time that you acknowledge that. You see, here's the thing. Let's talk about this side. taken up by Democrats. And you have some Republicans who are just about fed up with Trump's bull.
I tell you, this is absolutely unbelievable. Just a few years ago, the stock market's at 25,000. Corporate profits are the highest they've been in decades. The rich keep getting richer. And our friends on the other side said, what do we do now? Let's do a tax cut where 83% of it goes to the top 1% of the wealthiest people. Fast forward a few months, global pandemic, 36 million people unemployed, 40% of families who have a worker that makes $40,000 a year and less lose their job last month. 4 million people didn't pay their rent, and the Republican Party says, we don't have any money to help you. Are you kidding me? Where do you guys live? Food lines around the blocks at our food banks in the United States of America. 1 in 5 kids are going hungry. Your party can't even get food to them. This isn't a wish list. If it's a wish list, it's for the working class people. How about the Teamsters that are going to get a pension when this bill passes?
Gentleman's time's expired.
Their pension gets cut in half.
Gentleman's time is expired.
This is ridiculous.
Gentlewoman from New York
on the American
reserves
people.
the gentleman's
Let's be
local
honest.
home.
That side. That side is the Republicans. That side is extremely angry.
Fucking French come, you nigger fuck. Come this, no nigger motherfucker. No nigger. No nigger motherfucker. Come this way. Go the fuck back. Get back.
That side is made up of people coming into government buildings holding AR-1 rifles and demanding our governor's head on a platter. But Donald Trump says that these are peaceful protesters and these people are my supporters.
Open the door! Open the door! Let us in! Let us in! Let us in! Let us in! I want you to arrest him. You can't get on woman. I have it on video. Arrest him. Coward! Do your job, coward! Arrest him. We're doing this for you guys too.
The Black Lives Matter movement protests have mostly been peaceful.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way.
Sandra, the crowd has been growing here all afternoon long. People peacefully gathering in protest. Folks from the neighborhood bringing cases of water and snacks for the demonstrators. Many of the speakers here are just people from this crowd sharing stories from their own lives of what has happened to them.
We want justice. When do we want it? Now. When do we want justice? When do we want it? Now. When do we want justice?
Here's a message to that side. And it's not even from this side, it's from me. My people are ready. My people have been ready. And my people are tired. You mix all that together, you have a revolution. And it's coming. It's coming for every single racist, bigoted, white supremacist that we can find. And you're showing yourself, so you're making it easy. Change is coming. Movement is change. Be ready. This side, that side, and the truth. It's amazing that that side is so angry. It's amazing that Trump supporters are so angry at Black Lives Matter protests, at Black Lives Matter as a whole. I'll tell you who's lucky. America. America is lucky that African Americans only want equality and not revenge. Could you imagine? 400 years of aggression released from all of us. Could you imagine? Let's not. Let's have these conversations. Let's like. Let's subscribe. Let's share this video. Invite your friends. Let's talk. I want to be a reporter who gives you not what his bosses have deemed that he should write for you, but the truth.
And so what was President Xi saying yesterday?
Well, we were talking mostly about the virus, and I think he's going to have it in good shape, but, you know, it's a very tricky situation.
Indeed
it goes through air, Bob. That's always tougher than the touch. You know, the touch, you don't have to touch things, right? But the air, you just breathe the air, and that's how it's passed. And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus. You know, people don't realize we lose 25,000, 30,000 people a year here. Who would ever think that, right?
I know. It's
pretty amazing. And then I say, well, is that the same thing? This is more deadly. This is 5 per, you know, this is 5% versus 1% and less than 1%. You know, so this is deadly stuff. Now it's turning out it's not just old people, Bob. Just today and yesterday, some startling facts came out. It's not just older.
Yeah, exactly.
Young people, to plenty of young people.
So
what's going on
give me a moment of talking to somebody, going through this with Fauci or somebody who kind of, it caused a pivot in your mind, because it's clear just from what's on the public record that you went through a pivot on this to, oh my God, the gravity is almost inexplicable and unexplainable.
Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you,
sure, I want you to.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
The virus. They're working hard. Looks like by April, you know, in theory, when it gets a little warmer, it miraculously goes away. I hope that's true. But we're doing great in our country. China, I spoke with President Xi, and they're working very, very hard. And I think it's going to all work out fine. And again, when you have 15 people, and the 15 within a couple of days is going to be down to close to zero, that's a pretty good job we've done. It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear. Yes. And from our shores, it could get worse before it gets better. It could maybe go away. We'll see what happens. Nobody really knows. Stay calm. It will go away. You know it is going away. And it will go away. And we're going to have a great victory.
I want reporters to stop lying to us. I want news stations to stop feeding us fluff. I could care less about Kim Kardashian's cat collection.
Pretty, oh so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and gay, and
when my fellow Americans are being denied the right to vote.
So they want $25 billion for the post office. They want $3.5 billion for universal mailing, $3.5 billion. And they're not going to do a deal that's good for the American people. Therefore, they're not going to get the $3.5 billion. Therefore, they can't do the universal mail-in vote. It's very simple.
When my fellow Americans are being judged based on their participation in wars that did not help them or their families in any way. I have an issue with people taking advantage of or trying to hurt those who I care about. I not only care about African Americans, I care about the people in this country. I care about the people in this world. The only way we can defeat this clown is together. I know this video might piss off some Trump supporters. All in a day. Only you can start the change that needs to happen in this world. Me, you, I, we, us. It starts November 3rd. And then we go forward. Movement equals change. Change is coming. The winds of change are blowing. Which side are you on? This side? That side? Or the side of the truth? We can't fight anger with anger. We can't fight darkness with darkness. The only way to fight anger is with love. The only way to fight darkness is with light. Here at the Daily Dose, this platform was created so we can have a dialogue. Yes, my dialogue is the most important here because I own the platform. However, feel free to comment. Feel free to share. Feel free to use this video to have these uncomfortable conversations with people who you may be uncomfortable having conversations with. Let this be your guide. Let them know that there's this side, that side, and the truth. The question is, are you prepared to handle the truth? And which truth will you walk in? Change is coming. Movement is change. Be ready. This is at D1 for the people. And this is your Daily Dose.